Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Hurtado.
And I'm Brendan McLaughlin. Coverage of our top story continues now at 5:30. We just checked, and FHP is still not identifying the person who drove the wrong way on I-275 over the weekend, crashing head-on into an SUV. The 4 young men inside that car were all killed, 3 of them current USF students, the 4th a recent graduate.
Well, tonight there are still a lot of questions about why this crash happened. Investigators will be looking at this video showing the moments just before the crash to try to come up with some answers. So our Ashley Glass brought the video to a traffic crash reconstructionist to find out what this video might be able to tell us. Ashley?
And Linda, that expert I spoke to says that cell video is the biggest piece of the puzzle in determining what happened on that deadly wreck here on 275, but that there is lots more to consider in trying to figure out why.
There was the crash right there.
Tampa-based forensics engineer Jeff Armstrong dissecting the deadly I-275 at Bush Boulevard crash.
You never see him slow down.
Frame by frame, he says he sees more than a dozen clear clues in this 45-second cell video that the male SUV driver could have picked up on, that he was going the wrong way on the freeway.
Start with 1, 2.
Passing at least 16 other vehicles before crashing into the Sonata full of USF students.
That confusion should have been eliminated by the fact that there were cars passing him on both sides.
At 14 seconds in, passing a dark sign bridge.
He comes up from the backside where there is no reflectivity. There are gaps in the traffic stream, of the oncoming traffic stream, to where he could have maneuvered his way through those gaps over onto one of the shoulders.
Armstrong queuing up Google Maps to the exact spot of the crash, pointing out red reflectors between lanes instead of white if going the wrong way.
He's going around 70 miles an hour.
Deducing speed with freeze frames of the woman's speedometer shooting the cell video, how often she passes lane lines, and noting the SUV mostly stays on pace with her.
Inexperience may have played a role. Advanced age may have played a role.
All unknowns. As Armstrong says, Florida Highway Patrol investigators are right now likely working to determine where the SUV driver entered the freeway and if there was any room for confusion about it being an on-ramp.
Did it have the signs that said "do not enter" and "wrong way"?
Tougher to sort through, maybe impossible, emotional clues in this case. Armstrong says FHP will be looking to talk to anyone who spent time with the SUV driver in the hours before the crash.
In terms of determining whether or not this was an act of confusion, an act of impairment, or perhaps an intentional act.
You are looking at a reef left behind just last night by friends and supporters of the USF students killed. We are also learning more from Armstrong tonight about likely where the investigation stands at this very hour. He says FHP investigators are probably trying to find out if recording devices were salvaged from either vehicle involved during that fiery wreck. By the way, FHP tells me it could be weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, before toxicology results are back. We're live in Hillsborough County. Ashley Glass, ABC Action News.